Hey, what's going on, guys? Happy Wednesday. So, I know this is a different backdrop. I'm actually on the inside, but I wanted to talk to you guys about the importance of not begging for people's attention. So, let's jump right into it. We as people, especially when as we grow older, or the more we have insecurities, we have this tendency to seek people who will give us attention. And we look for these people because we want to feel validation. We don't want to feel insecure. We want to feel like we are important. And And the reason why we want these things is because we're seeking something that goes beyond ourselves, right? And so we find people you know, who would give us this attention, and we beg for it. And most times we do it because we think that this is going to fulfill us. This is going to be the thing that's going to fix everything within us. And it's not. I've done it, so I'm not, no judgment. I've done it in my past relationships where I've gotten to a point where I was essentially pleading for a person to love me, and trying to maintain the relationship and hold on to it because I thought that that was associated with my identity. I've done it with friendships, holding on to friendships where, um, you know, I thought that this would make me feel better, but it had me questioning my own value, my own character. And so why is this important? Why is this important that you make this adjustment and not begging people for attention? We're all guilty of being in this state where we are seeking approval from other people. Now, the reason why this is a struggle is because you are human. Whether you're a man or a woman, you're human. And being human makes you seek approval. But the approval that you really need to seek is your approval with yourself, right? And that's hard because a lot of times you don't really know, is that going to be enough? You might question, like, yes, I understand my approval, but having that external approval really does do something for you. Having someone say, I love you, I accept you. But there's going to come a point in time where, no one's around. There's going to come a point in time where things are going to get hard, where life is going to be difficult. And you're going to have to face the fact that if you don't give yourself the quality attention that you deserve, no one's going to give it to you. People are attracted to people who love themselves. And if you don't believe me, look on social media. Look on Instagram, look on Facebook, look on here on TikTok, look on, any platform. Anybody who is in love with themselves, who is loving themselves from a holistic perspective, people are attracted to them. But to be that person, you have to love yourself on different levels. And so I'm going to tell you the levels that you have to love yourself on in order for you not to seek attention. Seeking attention will be the last thing on your mind after you've done going through all these levels. So the first level is really just you understanding your own sensitivity. And being sensitive is not a weakness. If you are emotional, if you're a sensitive person, everyone's sensitive. Like, everyone's fragile. It's just that some people just don't talk about it. Some people suppress all their feelings and their emotions, and they say, well, I'm a man. I'm not going to say how I feel. I'm good. Or you might be, more of an alpha female where she's just, extremely strong and, she doesn't need a man. She doesn't need anybody. But the truth is, behind closed doors, once she closes that door and she takes, her clothes off and changes into her nightgown or whatever she changes into, and she gets her wine and she realizes that, you know what, I do need someone. So here are the levels of what it is the first one is you embracing your sensitivity. See, if you embrace your sensitivity, you're going to realize that life is waiting on you to love you. That's it. But you have to allow yourself to be vulnerable with yourself. So if you're not vulnerable with you, then you're not going to be vulnerable with other people. Being vulnerable with yourself is not an easy thing to do, because now you have to be transparent. You have to be honest. You have to understand that, you know what, I'm not going to be able to, to do this alone. We all seek being loved, but you got to love yourself first. Number 2, the second thing you need to do in order for you to get to a place where you're not seeking attention is work out. Yeah. You got to get up, physically do things, go to the gym, go for a walk, meditate, things like that, but you need to challenge yourself physically. The next step is you have to build a social life, right? And what do I mean by that? Be around people or in an environment where you're going to do these things anyway. If you love art, go to an art museum. If you love dancing, go take some dancing lessons, right? But build yourself a social life. Now, once you build yourself a social life, the next step after that is learning to spend quality time with yourself. Spending quality time with yourself is going to the movies, going out to a restaurant to dinner, going bowling, going on vacation. Take a trip, go to Paris, go to London, go wherever you want to go alone. Go first class. You know what I mean? Save up for it. I know everybody don't got the same pockets, but save up for it and go first class. When you seek attention from other people, you are depriving yourself of a life, because you're still spending time obsessing over this one individual. And so once you do all these things, what you'll find is that people will start calling you, because there's a shift. See, one thing is about dealing with people is that there's a thing called soul ties, right? And a lot of people have heard of this. But soul ties doesn't just end with you in an intimate relationship. It can be friends. It can be family members. It can be people who you've connected with so long ago, but they are just connected to you on a spiritual level. And when you start to make these shifts, you're going to get phone calls. You're going to get text messages. You are going to get an email out of nowhere. You're going to get a friend request out of nowhere, because people are connected to you. And when you start to shift, you're forcing them out of alignment. Now, is this all conscious? No, it's all subconscious, which means that the level of power that you haven't tapped into yet. You don't know the level of your power. But start doing things for yourself. You'll see. You will see that people are somewhere being like, man, you know what? So, I don't know what it is, but something tell me to call such and such, see how they doing. There's not for no reason. It's because you are shifting things around within yourself. And when you're doing that, everything that's connected to you emotionally and spiritually and subconsciously, everything that's connected to you will start to shift too. And everyone that's connected to you will start to shift. So what you're starting to realize is that when you were seeking attention, you wasn't seeking attention from this person. You were really seeking your own self from this person. But the truth is, you always had you. You just needed to go inward. We tend to go outward because we feel like if we can seek the answers or the validation from other people, that they're going to complete us. They're not. That's up to you. That's your choice. That's your life. And you are the one in control of it. So don't seek any attention from anybody. Because the truth is that once you start loving yourself, they will seek the attention that you give to yourself. And they will seek the love that you give to yourself. No one's going to make you happy. They can only add to it. But if they are the primary source of your happiness, then you'll never be fulfilled. You'll never have peace. You'll never have love inside of yourself. No one needs to be your centerpiece in your life. That is you. You are the centerpiece. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. Again, I know this was a different vibe today, but I appreciate all the support and the love. And I will see you guys on the next episode. Peace.